Hello, hockey fans. The Minnesota Hockey Connection is on the air. We're on the air for the next half hour. I'm Kenny Gallagher, along with Jerry Burrow. And Jerry, if I clear my throat here, the NHL All-Star Game.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, the NHL All-Star Games. I'm sorry, the NHL, what they call games at the All-Star break. What is going on with the NHL and playing this 3-on-3 semifinal, final showdown? It's confusing.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
I was changing channels, and you know me, I like hockey.
I do too, but hockey's not 3-on-3.
I think every sport, when they put these all-star teams together, it's just
And if I may,
it's a waste.
If I may, well, I've always said that these all-star games, albeit baseball, football, hockey,
Right.
It's a showcase of the best players. And it's just a little bit of a relaxed atmosphere. There's a lot of hype. It's an opportunity to see players maybe you don't see. You know, that's changed now with all the cable channels. I mean, hockey network channels. You can watch every game if you want. But back in the day, you couldn't see all those games. You couldn't see all those players.
Right.
So it was cool when you could see Bossy and pick a name.
Yeah.
In the All-Star game.
Right.
Now what they've done is they've got a format where they've got basically 4 teams. They got the 4 divisions in the 2 conferences.
Right.
And they're 3-on-3. That's not hockey. That's not even boot hockey.
And no check.
Well, that kind of was the format all along.
See, that ruined it right there.
But also, I've been very critical of the way hockey is broadcast for years. Roll the tapes of the old average guys, if you will. I call it the missionary style of watching hockey. Back and forth. Back and forth. Then they got that camera down there, a great angle behind the net.
Yeah.
And you see it for 1,000, 2, 1,000. Back and forth. Go back to the other camera. That's a better shot. The All-Star Game broadcast, the camera was up at the top of a Molly Arena, looking down over the players.
Maybe looking over in the Gulf.
It just, I need to have a meeting with Gary Bettman.
I'm going to set it up, man.
You set up a meeting with me and Gary Bettman, and all I need is an hour, and I will convince him how we broadcast hockey, and the fans will love it.
There you go. I'll find out when he's coming to a Wild game, and we'll come down together.
Is it
double team them?
Is it too early to say let's get a drone on the ice?
Ooh, one that crashes into the upper deck.
Well, crashing would not be good, would it?
No.
There'd be the drone whistle. Oh,
I think your
crash.
I think your idea just went downhill.
You know, for a while they had the camera on a runner that went up and down the side at the top of the glass.
Oh yeah, I remember that. NBC had that.
It's real simple, Jer.
Yeah.
The best camera angle. Keep the camera where you got up here at the top of the arena, but zoom in. You don't need to see the net, 4 players, and a third of the rink.
Yeah.
They need to tighten up their shots. And that camera from behind the net on top of the glass is a great angle.
Well, and I'm at UMD games, and they have instant replay for the refs. I mean, see if the goal was good or something else happened. Well, you don't get this angle on the TV, but in the replay, they got it up over, and it comes straight down. So you get the better angle. At first, you can't see. I can't tell. Then, but when you get up there,
You would think the NHL would get creative with their cameras during an NHL game.
Hmm.
I want to see the players. I want to see the puck. I don't want to see the guy 30 rows up eating popcorn. I don't want to see the third of the empty ice. I want to see the play.
There you go.
I want to see the puck. I want to see the pass. 4 teams in the NHL All-Star Game, 3-on-3. That's what they want.
Well, a rookie from Minnesota got the most valuable player. You got to give him credit there.
Brock Besser.
Yeah, he's having a heck of a year.
Got a brand new car.
Yep, and the Wild missed him.
What happened?
Wild missed him in the draft. They could have had him.
Ouch.
But they got Eriksson Ek.
Ah, I see. That's the guy we got instead of Brock Besser.
We sent him down to Iowa
Yeah,
just lately. Now he's coming back. He's on the 35 right now, coming
Yeah.
back.
yeah. You look at drafts over the years, and the Wild could have had, or the North Stars could have had Brian Lawton, but they chose. I'm sorry, they could have had Pat LaFontaine, but they chose Brian Lawton. But you don't know all those things.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough.
But Jerry, Brock Besser, where did he play high school hockey?
Burnsville High School.
Okay, so
then North Dakota. He played a couple years in North Dakota.
You see the real deal.
Oh yeah.
This isn't a flash in the pan.
No, I think he's the real deal.
In Vancouver,
He was doing that up in North Dakota, and end of his high school career, he really got on it. So,
what do you think inside the war room during the NHL draft when the Wild are talking? Besser's name obviously was in the discussion. Yeah. Why wouldn't they take him?
I don't know.
What did they?
Seems like look how many they did take. Nick Leddy, but then they traded him to Chicago for a nobody that lasted about 15 games.
Cam, what was his name? Cam Newton.
Pollard?
No, Cam. Oh God, that was a terrible trade. Terrible trade.
And then Chicago traded him, got some good drafts and everything to New York Islanders, and he's one of their best players now over there at the New York Islanders. So,
yeah, it's frustrating. It really is. Yeah. Minnesota Wild currently after 49 games, 26, 18, and 5, 57 points. They're tied with Colorado. They're in sixth place of their division, the Central Division of the Western Conference. They're 4 points ahead of last place Chicago. Now the Wild will resume play Tuesday. They'll play at Columbus, but they'll be home Friday, February 2nd to take on number one team in the league.
The expansion team.
Amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
Expansion team. I know they got better picks than when the Wild had their expansion, because they get the team saved more players. Plus, there's only one expansion team with Vegas, and we had two when when Wild came in. So
yeah, but to allow them to come into the league, and do you just say, well, they picked well, and it could have gone a different way if they picked different players? Obviously,
they must have picked well. They're doing it.
They're number one in the league. This isn't right, Jer. There has to be some growing pains. So I don't know. The NHL to me right now is in a weird.
It's the hottest ticket in Vegas.
Is it really?
Yeah. They love it out there. When you're winning,
yeah,
it does something to a town.
It does. And just the fact that Vegas is a location for people from
all over the world.
A lot of cold states, including Canada.
Yeah.
Hockey, I think, will do well there regardless.
Right.
But and then the Wild this week will play at Dallas on Saturday. That's a 7 o'clock start on Saturday the 3rd. So Wild 49 games in, 26, 18, 5, 57 points, respectable. But
right.
They're right now they're in the playoffs. They're not even. But Chicago, last place of that division.
Yeah, but you know what? If you look at the points, they're not much difference. There's about 16.
4 point difference between Minnesota and Chicago.
That's nothing. I mean, if you play each other and one team win.
The Wild will play Chicago next on February 10th. That's a Saturday at XL Energy Center. There you go.
Mm-hmm. On the 10th, yeah.
So, All-Star game, Brock Besser, Eric Stahl played in the game, but I don't get this format.
No.
They can have it. It's 3-on-3 hockey to me. It's not hockey, and it almost seems like there was less of an effort on the defensive side. And I know it's an offensive showcase, but what I saw was
the only thing that
nothing to keep my attention. Nothing.
Only thing that had any value to the game was that they gave $1 million to the winning team.
That does nothing for me as a fan.
No, but when some of these players make so much money.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the uniforms were some of the worst uniforms I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's what they want.
I thought that was a Swedish elite league.
Yeah, that was, I don't know. Not a big fan of what the NHL All-Star Games become. But having said that, I'm a big fan of the UMD Bulldogs.
Whoa.
They had a big win Friday over St. Cloud.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, they took it on the chin 2-1. But what a crowd Saturday, 71-49.
Yeah, they got the corners filled up. There seemed to be a lot of, like War Road was in town to play Denfield. That whole team was there, so they had 40 players there. And they had some youth teams and that, so maybe having a lot of these teams come in and to the game, after they play a game in Duluth.
Did you
helped
see
a lot.
Both games? UMD?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Friday, 5-1 win. UMD, 18 shots on goal.
Right. But they pressured the puck. I mean, hey, St. Cloud is one of the best teams in the nation.
Yeah.
And UMD was playing a good game, and they had rebounds and they put the puck away. Let's see that. On that game, Carson Kuhlman, he had a hell of a game. And he had a goal called off.
People have been talking about this called off goal. Getting back to even the NHL and other sports, these replays, they slow it down. There's this painful examination. What happened here? Because my understanding is that a lot of people thought this was in fact a goal.
Yeah.
What did the officials see differently?
Well, they went upstairs and they were looking. They took about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And they were just trying to find something to take that goal away.
Well, was that you talking about that? It seems like they're looking for something to take it away, rather than maintain it and keep it.
Right.
Let the refs do their job.
If you really can't see it, it's like in football now. They say if they don't see a big difference in the change, they're not going to change it. So they should never change it. When there's nothing, you're looking, 10 minutes, come on. If you didn't see it in the first 5 minutes, 2 minutes.
Absolutely. And maybe that's something they should institute. A 2-minute replay review.
And when they have 2 refs and 2 linesmen, it's not that someone's going to be around that net. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, unless you're not doing your job, you're not going to miss it.
Upon further review, Kuhlman scores a goal.
Right.
But
they said there was a stick on the goalie's pad that kind of interfered with him, but it didn't really make a difference. That stick was on his pad.
So you saw the stick on the pad?
Yeah, after. I still didn't understand why they called it off.
Yeah.
And they said, the stick was... It didn't interfere with the goalie, though. It didn't make any difference.
Yeah.
Goalie can still move, the goalie... But it is what it is.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So the Bulldogs, rather than having that tying goal go down 2-1 on that was Saturday night.
Yeah, and 20 seconds later from that, when they called it off, UMD scored on a perfect pass by Scotty, the defenseman, Perinovich, to Joey Anderson. 20 seconds later, that got the crowd going because they just got it called off. And then 20 seconds later, that was a nice play.
With the video age that we're in now, I don't see video replay leaving sports in general, but I'm not a big fan of it, Jerry. It slows it down. It's a super analyzation. Just look at it in real time.
It's like watching on TV and you're getting all these advertisements now when you do this video, because they go to video so much now.
Yeah.
On a lot of things. It's crazy. Offsides.
Yeah.
They went upstairs to check offsides on a goal on Saturday night. That took about 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's got to stop.
That's every
madness.
sport's doing this, though.
It's madness.
And they can't figure it out in 10 minutes.
Let the refs call
National Hockey League.
Yeah.
It goes to Toronto, and they still can't figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I've said it before that in football and hockey in general, I mean, they use video replay. And a lot of times they'll review the play and they'll still get the call wrong. It's still, according to what a lot of fans see, it's out of control.
Yep.
Denver first in the NCHC, 8-4-4, 31 points. St. Cloud is in second place, followed by UMD with 24 points. UMD 8-8-0 in league play, 14-11-3 overall.
Yeah. Well, it's coming down to the last month of the league play, and pairwise, I'm telling you, these games are so important now. Every game in it, this league is so tight Look at UMD no, they had North Dakota 2 weeks ago, which is in the top 5.
Swept them.
Yeah, right. Then they had St. Cloud State, which was number 1 coming in.
If they could have swept St. Cloud and had
Right.
back-to-back league sweeps,
Right.
what would that have done in the pairwise?
They went up anyhow. I mean, they went up this weekend anyhow a little bit. They're number 10 in the pairwise.
All right.
So, and then now, guess what they have to do? They have to go to Denver. And Denver right now is 5 in the pairwise and 4 in the USCH Opal.
Denver has like 4 shootout wins, which I think count towards playoffs.
They get a point.
Yeah.
See what happens? The NCHC is really weird. What happens is if it's tied at end of regulation, it's 5-on-5 for 5 minutes. If someone scores, one team gets 3 points, the other one gets nothing, even though they got to the overtime.
Jeez.
Well, like say in the National Hockey League, you're getting a point.
You
no
earn
matter
a
what.
point for that tie.
Just to get to the overtime.
Right.
Okay. Then it goes to a 3-on-3 if it's still tied
Shootout.
after the 5-on-5.
Yep.
So a second 5 minutes. And if someone scores then, the winning team gets 2, and then the other team gets 1 for losing. Or in the shootout, one team gets 2, the one that gets the shootout win, and the other team gets 1. So
You can't.
you got to get to the second overtime to get a point, minimum point. But it's just to me, if you get to the overtime, give them a point.
Kids, do well in mathematics so you can figure this stuff out as you get older. My goodness, that's absurd. Well, okay, that's what we're dealing with. Bulldogs at this stage playing very well considering the personnel they lost, Jer.
Right.
This team is loaded with freshmen, and they're playing good hockey.
And they had I can't even think of his first name now. Iafala. Alex. He was in town this weekend because the week off from the All-Star game.
Yeah.
He was in town at the games.
Nice.
His sister plays for Ohio State.
Okay.
And Ohio State was playing UMD this weekend.
Ah, perfect.
And UMD swept them. And they were the 5th best team in the nation.
Way to go, Bulldog women.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a good weekend for the Bulldog hockey altogether. So, but I'm thinking, look at some of these players that left early, but they're not playing in the National Hockey League.
Pionk.
Miska, he's not playing.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else left
Early?
Yeah.
Oh,
Adam Johnson.
Okay.
There's one there. They're not playing. To me,
They're not playing.
they're not playing in the National Hockey League. They're
Well,
playing in the minors.
Sure.
That's not stay, develop at home. Be with you.
All right.
Go the next year, get better chance of playing.
Why do they go? For the contract?
I don't know. Maybe they think they're not going to get one if they don't do it now. I don't know. You got to ask them. I guess their agents tell them, go get the contract, get the money,
Yeah.
get the bonus.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Well, I don't know if that's
I
terrible.
mean, I wish them the best, but
Yeah.
to me, they should be playing. But we do have some of the players that were seniors last year. Kind of neat that we got 3 Duluth East kids playing in the National Hockey League this year. We got Derek Forbert.
Yep.
We got who's the kid in Anaheim? Andy Relinsky.
Is he with the big club?
Yeah, he goes up and down.
Okay.
And then Toninato. They brought him back up. He's got about 15. He's got about 15 games in this year.
Wow.
He's loving the life.
Isn't
His
that
dad said,
something?
I was talking to his dad. He's loving the life.
Not just 3 Duluth kids, but 3 Duluth East kids.
Right.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So,
Huh. Speaking of Duluth East, what's the latest on the Greyhounds?
well, they had a great week. They went down to Forest Lake on Tuesday. And during the JV game, I was sitting with Coach Randolph, and the coach for Forest Lake came up, and we're talking for about a half an hour. And they're talking about this computer ranking for Section 7AA. And Mike says, I don't like it at all. It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. And he's right. But these other teams, they want to go this way because they think Mike influences the outcome. Well, how can you? You can't vote for yourself, and it's out in public. You're talking to all the other coaches.
Now, is this something new?
Yeah. The only team in all of high school hockey, only section that's doing this.
7AA.
Yeah.
And again, what is happening here?
Well, they got some system where they rank all the teams in high school hockey. So let's say then you take all your teams in section 7AA. If your team is ranked number 1, then you're going to play the 8 team. So right now,
It determines the schedule
for the playoffs.
for the playoffs. Okay.
Right. And so what happens, like right now, it looks like it's kind of set. East will be playing Grand Rapids for the quarterfinal.
Okay.
And it should be really Forest Lake. If East played Forest Lake, it'd be a 10-goal lead in the second period.
Mm-hmm.
But they got Fort Francis, better than Grand Rapids.
So this is an experiment.
It's 2 years. They can't change it, but the way it is, I don't think there's too many teams down in the South cities now that'll go against whatever East.
Well, let's talk about East, and they beat Forest Lake.
10-0.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, they only allowed 4 shots.
Wow.
Amazing game.
Yeah.
Best game of the year
Wow.
they played. Forest Lake the coach didn't have a word to say. He was in shock.
Why?
Because he thought his team was a lot better than it was. He thought he was going to compete against East that night.
Really?
Yes.
Aha.
Yeah, so then on Thursday night, Prior Lake comes up to Duluth. And everyone had them ranked between 10 and 15 the start of the year, but they haven't been playing that great, what they should have been, but they lost 8-1. East had them 7-1 right in the second period.
Yeah.
Then they slowed it down.
Okay.
Mike doesn't like to run up the score. But then on...
Whoa.
Well, some teams...
Now, when you say he doesn't like to run up the score, he'll maybe play the fourth line a little extra,
Yes.
third line.
And take your time. See, once it gets...
He's not patting him on the back and saying,
high
guys,
school-
play hard but don't score.
High school... sometimes he passes the puck around.
No! Don't say that.
But here's what happens. High school hockey, if you're ahead by 6 goals going into the third period, it's running time.
Yep.
Clock keeps on running,
Yeah.
even when there's a whistle.
Yep.
So he takes his time changing lines, so it takes an extra 15, 20 seconds.
All right.
He plays, like you say, the fourth line a little
Yeah.
more, and so just to get it down more. So then on Saturday they won 5-1. Oh, one note,
5-1 over.
Bloomington Jefferson.
Oh,
So they had a
nice.
good week.
Yeah.
So they allowed 2 goals, and they scored, 23 goals.
Nice.
Yeah.
And they play again on.
They play Tuesday night will be senior night, and that's Anoka up here at Heritage. Then they go to Superior on Thursday, and then Saturday they just change the time, so everyone take note if you go to Duluth East and Elk River, the big matchup. This could be the matchup for the section finals too.
This Saturday?
Yes, it was scheduled for 3:00. I just got an email from someone that helps Duluth East, and it says the game has been changed to 1, and then the JV game is after that. So
I see.
1:00. So put that down because all the schedules have 3:00.
Yeah.
So change it to 1 at the Heritage Center, Elk River. So it's a big matchup and a big game.
Yeah.
And that same day, there's another big matchup in town, St. Thomas, which I have them 3, is playing Duluth Marshall.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How's Marshall doing?
They're doing okay, but they're losing some of the tough games.
Yeah.
They're losing by a goal.
Mm.
They're playing good. I mean, I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
Okay.
So
All right.
they're playing good, but they'll probably be a 5 seed in the section.
Any idea what their schedule is this week?
Like I say, I know they got St. Thomas on Saturday.
Saturday.
At 3:00.
At Mars.
Yes.
Ooh, big matchup.
That's,
Marshall and St. Thomas Academy, Mars Lakeview Arena this Friday. I'm sorry, this Saturday, the 3rd of February.
So you can go down and see Duluth East, Elk River at 1:00 at Heritage, and run back up to Mars, and you get 2 of the biggest high school games that day in the whole state.
And then you go home and you watch the Wild beat Dallas at 7 o'clock.
Oh, And what about UMD? Is that going to be on My 9?
And then there's
are they going to
UMD.
stream it?
We've got so much hockey, it's coming out of our ears.
I love it.
Wow. hockey, and more hockey. UMD will be at Denver. It shows an 8:30 Friday start, 8 o'clock Saturday.
Well, let me go over the high school rankings.
Yeah.
Okay. In Class AA, I got Edina, number 1 still. I was the only one the previous 2-3 weeks there that had Edina number 1. Everyone else had someone else.
How's your record?
They're 18-1.
Ooh.
See, now everyone else has Edina number 1 now back. Just listen to me.
East had a good week. They must have had a little bump up.
They're number 2.
Oh, I love it.
St. Thomas.
Now, what is their record?
15-1 and 3 ties.
East.
Yes.
3 ties.
Yes.
They go to church a lot, you know.
Yes,
Ties
they
are
do.
for church.
I know. I go to a Catholic school.
Yeah.
You know, Mike Randolph and I went to Catholic school.
Ah, yeah.
Ties.
There you go.
Okay, number 4, Minnetonka. See, Minnetonka this last week lost to Edina 8-2, and Minnetonka during the Schwann Cup is the only team that beat Edina this year.
Okay.
So that's why everyone think, oh, Tonka's better, and they put Tonka number 1 in that. I put them up there just for a week, but then I knew.
Yeah.
But Edina is the team, I think. But then Cretin, they beat number 6 team 10-1. Holy Family. So they're number 5. Their record 16-2-1. White Bear Lake 14-3-2. Holy Family Catholic.
Okay, now you're up to 7.
Right, 14-3-1 record. Moorhead 15-6.
At 8?
Yep. Number 9, Andover 15-4, and that's going to be a team that East might have to play for the finals too.
Yeah.
And they get there. And then Brainerd, who came in and played East last Friday, they've been playing very good team hockey, and they're 14-5 at number 10. So
Brainerd in the top 10.
Yep.
The Class AA.
Yep.
Wow.
And then teams to watch is Chaska, Centennial, Cloquet. Cloquet has Forest Lake tonight. Well, this is Monday, so you're not going to see that. Duluth Marshall, Egan, Eastview, Eden Prairie, Elk River, Rochester Century, Rosemont, St. Louis Park,
Jerry.
St. Michael, Albertville, Tartan, and Wazetta.
We're out of time. Real quick, let's give the top 3 in Class AA, in Class A.
Okay, I got Hermantown back on number 1.
Wow.
Montemita lost a game this previous week. So
St. Cloud Cathedral, Orono, Mounds, West Tonka, Greenway, Sartell, East Grand Forks, Minneapolis, Delano.
Yep.
Where's Laverne? Oh, there they are.
They're in the team to watch.
All right.
We're not going to leave your Laverne out of there for you. You
Wow.
have a baseball bat.
Well, this episode has cruised on by. The College of St. Scholastica, they lost back-to-back games. This past weekend, they'll be at St. Norbert and Finlandia this weekend. Scholastica will end up at home Friday, February 9th and Saturday the 10th. NCHC, St. Scholastica, 15 points, 7, 6, and 1. We got to go. Find us on YouTube, find us on Facebook, and like us. I want to thank the staff at PACT-TV, where this program is produced in downtown Duluth. And Jared will be back here next week to drop the puck.
Yeah. See you at the rink.